Guys, this is DFS Chan coming to you here on March 7th to talk about tomorrow's Champions League Soccer Slate. It's a two-game slate, but the contests GPP prize pools are pretty good. So I'm making a video to kind of talk about what my favorite plays are and what my predictions are for each of the games and what the current status of each matchup is, because that helps us to kind of predict as to how each team is going to approach the game. For some of you guys who may not know that, Champions League games in this stage right now, in the tournament elimination stage, is that it's a best of two series basically. They play one game at home at each stadium. So between, let's say, for example, Bayern Munich and Red Bull Salzburg, the first game here, they already played a game at Red Bull Salzburg last time out, and then now they're playing another game at Bayern Munich. So each team gets at least gets one home game, and then after two games, based on the aggregate score, they add them up, the goals, and see who has the most goals and wins. If they're tied up, and whoever has the more away goals ends up advancing to the next round in the tournament. So that's a little bit of the rule. And then, like I said, I think that will help us to kind of see how aggressive each team is going to play based on, like, let's say if they're behind, or if they're ahead, they'll maybe drop back a little more and then maybe go for counterattacks if they can. So yeah, let's dive in. So it's a two-game matchup. Like I said, Bayern Munich is a huge favorite at home at almost minus 600. I expect this to go up to 600 probably by tomorrow. And then Liverpool is a favorite at minus 175, and I think that's going to go up to minus 200 as well, just based on the fact that Bayern Munich and Liverpool have been playing well, both teams this whole year basically. So yeah, let's dive in. So Bayern Munich, first game between Bayern Munich and Salzburg. Here, as you can see, it says first leg 1-1. So last time out, they played in the stadium for Red Bull Salzburg. They were the home team, and they tied 1-1. So Bayern Munich has one away goal, which is crucial in an aggregate game like this, and they're at home. So really, if let's say like the game ends 0-0, Bayern Munich still advances because they have one away goal. So that's how it works. But I fully expect Bayern Munich at home pushes for goals early in the game. That's not the type of game play style that they prefer, where they sit back. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna push forward. They're gonna try to score. I fully expected this to be a pretty high scoring matchup. I think at least over 2 goals, in my opinion, if you're a straight up better. So Bayern Munich, it all starts with Robert Lewandowski. So obviously for cash games, you have to have him because the opportunity cost is too high to miss out on. Kind of like Harry Kane today, that I made a mistake today earlier in the EPL showdown. But anyway, Bayern Munich, so it starts with Lewandowski. He's a goal scoring machine. So if they score, more than likely he will score at least one. I think for cash, like I said, for optimal or for most GPP lineups, I think he's a must-have because he just loves to score goals, and for DFS goals are worth a lot of points. So, and then after that, I think it goes to Joshua Kimmich or Thomas Müller. I think these are the two cash guys that you want to target. Like they have the highest floors. In my opinion, I think Josh Kimmich takes a lot of the set pieces, so he is a priority along with Thomas Müller. I probably prefer Josh Kimmich because he's been in really good form as well. So I like him, and has a lot more upside compared to any other defenders here, in my opinion. And then for GPP, I think you can go crazy, play Sane, Gnabry, or if Coman starts. If Coman might start, he's not pictured here in the projected starting lineup, but Sane, Gnabry, Coman, are GPP considerations. They can all score, obviously. But I really like Sane, and I really like Coman, and then Gnabry. So I think Sane, Coman, Gnabry, it kind of goes in that priority for me at least, just based on the recent form. But yeah, Bayern Munich, like I said, they're probably gonna score at least 2-3 goals, and then you're gonna have to have some piece of those goal scorers. So it's gonna be a little tricky one to choose what kind of pieces. But for cash games, I would definitely prefer Kimmich and then maybe Lewandowski. For the Salzburg, they're the biggest underdog. I mean, they're plus 1,400 to win outright on the road. I mean, it's a tough place to play in Munich. But Salzburg actually tied 1-1, like I said, at home though, at Salzburg. So, but yeah, for them though, it all starts with Seywald and then Brendan Aronson. I like Aronson a lot. I know he hasn't been playing well until like the last 2 games he was bad, but like the 3 games before that he was really good. So I do think he'll pick back up. I think it all starts with like Adeyemi takes a lot of PKs too, but I think it all starts with Seywald though. I think if you have to kind of go with the higher floor guy, it goes from Seywald, and then everybody else is GPP consideration. I think. I know that Kamara has been an interesting pick. I picked him. I had a lot of Kamara in the last time out for Dfs Slate, but he didn't really pay off for me. But I do think Bayern Munich will dominate possession, so it's not like Salzburg will have a lot of possession either. So I think I'm probably gonna take a shot with maybe Adeyemi and then Brendan Aronson and then Seywald in GPP. Let's look at the next matchup, UCL Slate, Liverpool versus Inter. Last time out, it was Liverpool winning on the road 2-0, and now they're at home. So I fully expect Liverpool to advance. Now, for this matchup, though, for this game, Liverpool is probably going to go all out. Diaz, Mane, Salah, unless Jota starts. He might not, so we'll see. But he may go a little more defensive and put more defensive midfielders in here. But that's not how they've been playing. I fully expect this going to be 4-3-3, just like how it's pictured here. But it all starts with Mo Salah and then the 2 fullbacks, Andrew Robertson and then Trent Alexander-Arnold. First of all, Robertson and Arnold share set pieces, and they love to cross the ball, go up and down on the flanks. So they have the highest floor. Like they probably have the highest floors on the team, including over Salah. Salah now he's popular because he takes penalty kicks, and he also has a lot of goal scoring upside, and he is probably the best player in this matchup. So most likely that he's going to be on the end of at least a goal if Liverpool scores. But like I said, since they're up to nothing, it's likely that they will sit back a little more than usual. I think they're going to play a little more reserved. So that kind of limits the goal upside for Salah, in my opinion. So I do think it will be more optimal to go for Alexander-Arnold and then Andrew Robertson, in my opinion. And then for GPP, yeah, I mean, you can go Diaz or Mane, or even if Jota starts, he could be a good GPP consideration. And then in the midfield, I think they're all GPP. But like I said, I think Liverpool managers gonna be asking these central midfielders to drop back a little more than usual, given the first leg outcome of 2-0, and they're in a really good position to advance as long as they tie or lose. Even if they lose by 1, they're still gonna advance. So I think given that situation, I think Liverpool's going to play a little differently, a little more conservatively today. So if we have to choose between Bayern Munich pieces and then Liverpool pieces, I'll definitely choose Bayern Munich pieces because they will push forward to score goals more than Liverpool, in my opinion. And then for Inter, I think Inter is going to have to try to score at least 2 goals, obviously, to tie up in aggregate. But Inter, it all starts with these guys right here in the middle. Calhanoglu, I'm not very good pronouncing that name. I know that, but he is the set piece taker for them. And then Brozovic and then Perisic. These guys right here, these three guys are probably the high floor guys that you want to target. And then for goal scoring GPP plays, I mean, Zeko and Martinez, I definitely prefer Zeko over Martinez just based on the more recent form. As you see, like Zeko has been in a really good form just overall. But really any of them can score here. But I fully expect Liverpool to dominate possession, just like they did in the first leg. So I think what I'm gonna do is for GPP, I mean, you kind of have to chase goals. So I would probably play either Zeko or Martinez over any of these three guys in GPP setting. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, I think Bayern Munich is going to win and advance, and then Liverpool is probably going to tie or win and advance still. So I think Bayern Munich, I think the biggest nugget of this, biggest take of this video is that I think Bayern Munich is going to be more aggressive and attacking, creating more goal scoring upside compared to Liverpool as pieces, Liverpool's offensive players. So that's probably how I'm going to approach the slate. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I know it was kind of a shorter video because it's only a 2-game slate. But, feel free to ask me questions. And as always, once the starters get confirmed 1 hour before the kickoff, which is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I will share my thoughts in the Discord channel. And if you guys have any questions after that as well, let me know. I'll be happy to work with you guys on, in building a lineup or just analyzing each player's outcome. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Have a good one. Bye.